Well, I think traditionally it was arranged marriage was where the person getting married didn't have much say, right?
Exactly,
That was a
yeah.
traditional, like the parents are going to make the decision, and like to your point about elasticity, it has become to the point where two families might put two people in a room, and if they hit it off, it's ultimately up to the kids.
It's ultimately up to them, and I think you see on the show that you know there's a lot of choice and a lot of agency, you know, for the people who are actually, you know, looking for their life partner. But I would also say, you know, because you mentioned like the ways in which we think about these things really kind of reflect maybe sometimes our internalized ideas about what's liberal and progressive. What do we think we're doing in the West? Do we think are we being totally progressive and open-minded when we go on Bumble or Tinder or Hinge, or are we also self-selecting according to some pre-ascribed criteria? Like if I go on a dating app, I'm gonna, you know, check the boxes of I want this height, I want this background, this education, this location.
Sure.
So we might trick ourselves into thinking
that we're
more
so liberated, but we still are.
Exactly.
You know, it's like when you had assigned seats in high school, and you're like, oh, I hate assigned seats. You go to college, you can sit anywhere, but by day 2, everybody sits in the same seat.
Exactly.
It's weird. You
it's
still,
human nature,
I can do whatever, and you still just do this one thing.
Exactly, it's human nature, and I think in a twisted way, what Sima Aunty is saying, what she gets the most criticism for, which is interpreted as like you should just settle, you know, for 60 or 70% of what you're looking for. I think what she's really trying to say is don't get hung up on a checklist, you know, like understand what your core level criteria are. Try to make that as much values based as possible, as opposed to like, you know, superficial things like, you know, height and blah, blah, blah. Like, and sometimes that value system comes from like, how is this, my family is really important to me, how is this person gonna integrate into my family, or vice versa? You know, that's like a reality for a lot of us. And then like have an open mind, you know? And that's a pretty progressive way to approach dating and relationships.